Influence here, and today I have a mainline figure, which doesn't happen too often anymore, but I haven't been to Walmart in like 4 months, and I had to go there as an emergency. I just walked past, of course I walk past toy aisles if I go into a store. Doesn't matter what store it is, it could be the hardware store. I'm still gonna try to find some toys. So I found this, which is their retro version of gears, I guess. I have no idea, to be honest. I didn't even know these existed. I'm not, like I said, I don't consider myself a mainline collector. I have enough that people would consider me a mainline collector, but I don't consider myself a mainline collector. However, this figure is awesome, I can say. And actually, I've been messing with the two figures that I will compare this to, which is Warpath and Brawn, and those figures are all fantastic too. I know I said it probably in my review, but yeah, so let's just get this started because there's not much here. Transformation is great, it's fun, it's quick, so let's get it on.
Transformers reviews, tech and the news, whatever else I use as a muse. Hit subscribe, I appreciate the views. Influences interest on YouTube.
Off the 360, of course, we're gonna do accessories. Not much there either. Get this gun out of his hand. In the package, which is weird, I guess they were saving space, I don't know, but this thing is off. Let me take it off. All right, okay, I won't take it off because it's on there pretty hard. It's this thing right here.
Subscribe.
So in the package is sitting, and it's just this. And I was looking at it, and I'm like, man, that's trash looking. I didn't see this behind it. It's like directly behind it, so you can miss it. I don't know why they did that, because if I seen it, well, I still bought it, so I guess it's null and void. But anyway, this is accessory. It comes, you got to put it on the front. I bought it anyway, so I guess they don't care. Here's his gun. I like his gun. His gun is nice. Only thing I don't like is this peg on the side. I know why they do it, so it can store, but I'd rather not have the peg on the side. You got instructions. Instructions were fine. He's not hard at all. You do have the packaging. I like this packaging. It does kind of remind me of back in the day. Has the bubble. I know back in the day they were much smaller than they are now. Yeah, you got the tech specs, you got all that good stuff. I think I don't know if this package is smaller or bigger. They had Bumblebee there too, but it looked like the same. Well, I think this is the same gears. I just didn't have gears in the main line, but Bumblebee looks like the same Bumblebee that came out a little while ago, so I didn't pick that up. So here he is, as you saw him earlier. Backpack. Woo! Yeah, he does have a big backpack, but it doesn't bother me. Legs I thought were hollow, but it's just this thing. Now, what would have been great is if they made a crease here and had this part fold in on itself. The legs still aren't hollow, if you can see. They are pretty solid. It's just this extra piece sticking out. And this heel spur, which we'll get into articulation in a minute, but yeah, I think they did a really good job. The face sculpt. Now this is, of course, the toy version, which is supposed to be the retro, I guess, retro version of this figure. It's the face, the more mechanical face than human. You can bring this in. There's two pegs. There's a peg on his leg, which you can set. You can put his gun here if you want, kind of like a holster. Can have it right there, or you can keep it back here on his back, either down if you like it like that. I like it up if it's on his back. I put it on this side just because of the peg and the way it looks. I like that, the way this looks, like it's on his backpack, like you could actually grab it and use it. Just compare him to some figures. We got Brawn and Warpath, and these figures are a testament to what Hasbro can do when they want to. I know they're smaller than, say, a bigger figure, so they probably have the same budget as a bigger figure, so that's why they have less holo, if you can understand what I'm saying. You know, the budget might be slightly less, but they can create more plastic with a smaller figure because of the budget. And if you have a bigger figure, the budget is probably close to what it is for these. That's the only thing I can explain. Because yes, Warpath does have some hollowness inside, but it doesn't look terrible because it actually has some detailings. But most of him is together. Brawn is excellent. I compared him to the Masterpiece version and how close he is to that Fans Toys, and I will compare him to Fans Toys Masterpiece version in a minute. But yeah, like I was saying, these figures are a testament to what Hasbro can do. If all the figures were like this in mainline, I probably would be a mainline collector. I might not ever gotten into Masterpiece if all the figures came out and they were like this. But too late for that. It would have saved me a whole heap of cash. Like I said though, too late for that. And just for kicks, we know it's not going to compare all that well, but like with Brawn, for a mainline figure, I mean, it's close. This is one of my favorite figures. I think I like Gears because of his color palette and just the fact that it was kind of like Superman to me. Like his color palette is, I know red, white, and blue, but it's weird. It was kind of reminded me of Superman, but he always reminded me of Superman, even though he didn't get that much burn on the show. I didn't see him that much. Articulation, I'm still learning it. I know that I have had this camera forever, but I'm still kind of learning it, and you kind of gotta be peculiar with my hands to get it to not fall out of focus. I don't know, but let's get into articulation. So his head has a lot of articulation, more than I thought it would. So it does have some side to side. It's on a ball joint. It's a little raised up. I don't think it's enough because you can't get it too expressive, but you can't get it down like that, up like that. You can spin it around. If you saw, this does get pushed back a little bit. It has a strong enough hinge where it doesn't fall out, but it doesn't peg in if you want it to move, if you want the head to move around, or even have it like to the side. See, when you peg it, it's only going this far. Show it from that angle. That's fine though. Arms 360, of course, and a butterfly. Now it's mainly for transformation, but I do like that hinge. You get a butterfly out and a butterfly in, so that's wonderful for a mainline figure. You get up 90 degrees, down, spin it at the bicep. Double jointed arms, again probably for transformation, but it's double duty. I mean, it's a double joint. So fist molded, of course, with a 5mm peg, and you can spin around on the mushroom peg. Not much else. Waist, you can get 360. I thought he had an ab crunch. I was about to wild out. I didn't try it before. I've been messing with this figure for days though, since I bought it. He has hurdles and splits. Right here, swivel. He has a knee that goes all the way due to not the hollowness. Like I said, it's not really hollow. It's just this extends, but it's on a double joint. So the fact that this does extend, and maybe that's for the better that it doesn't fold in. If it folded in, it wouldn't go as much. I don't need it this much, but maybe you do. No judgments here. Bottom, I like this little, you know, it's for the character. And he has a rocker on the feet, which is a big rocker. And you can move this down if you really need it. Like say you need a toe like tab like that, you can move this down here to give it a little extra, and you can get it in say a very dynamic pose where you can use that heel spur to give it life, I guess, so it doesn't fall backwards. But its posability and tolerance, everything about this figure is just fantastic. I know y'all probably like, man, he is glazing this, but I don't collect mainline. Like I said in the beginning, I have a lot of mainline, but I don't see mainline having this caliber of everything often. No QC issues, no floppiness, tight joints, but not too tight. It's just great. Let's get into transformation. Like I said, it's super simple. You can move this around if you want. It doesn't really have to. I did it the first time without moving it around, but it's fine. Move this out. These wheels are tabbed in right there. Flip these out. Leave it like that. Move this down. Flip these wheels out. And then pull these arms. Use that double joint to tab them together, or to make them like that. And then use this joint and push them into the body. They don't tab anywhere, but like I said, the tolerances on this figure are super tight. You can move this out too, because you're gonna need it out. Now just push this down. Now the two tabs here go into this little bar right there. So you push this down, goes into there, and then there's two tabs here that tab into the top of the arms. That's how you know that you got it right. These are a little tight, a little, you know, maybe if you don't have the arms exactly right, which I might not, it gets kind of difficult, but you can see how that goes. Now pull these heel spurs out because they become the top of the truck. I like that as well. Make sure this is straight. Flip these over. A lot of this is intuitive. Like while I was doing the transformation, I was looking at the instructions, but I was just flipping stuff before the instruction came. Like I said, it's intuitive. So that connects. I love that. These are the heel spurs and it makes the truck. Then you can push these up. They peg on to the bottom, and then you push this up here, and this pegs on the back and kind of covers that. And there you go. You have gears. I love the paint. Paint here is real paint, you know. I think this is paint too. I didn't say anything. The yellow is nice on the, it's really the chest, but this is plastic. I mean, I understand, but they should just paint everything this color. I think this is just red plastic and this is painted plastic. See how the red plastic you can differentiate. Maybe this is painted too, I don't know, but this is definitely like just red plastic. So you can see the differences maybe on camera between that and this. Underside, especially if you flip the head around, it just looks like a truck. I mean, you can see his fist, so I guess not. But if you don't know what that is, if this is just on the, you know, just on the shelf somewhere, and somebody who didn't know Transformers came, they might not know it transformed. Tires are the only thing that, and I'm just nitpicking, I wish they would have been up farther so it looked more into the hub. But again, like I said, just nitpicking. And let's bring in some vehicles. So I got this vehicle just out, and I got Cliff Jumper. I don't even know who this is. I bought this a while ago, and for some reason I think it was cheap. And here's Cliff Jumper, so you can see just how big they are. And here's a Masterpiece vehicle, so you can see how big this is compared to a Masterpiece. It's a great figure. If you find it, buy it. I definitely recommend it. Also, you can bring the guns in. There's pegs at the top, pegs on the side, so you can peg this up. Can you peg? No, not like that. That's why this peg is on the side. You can peg it up here if you want. I'm not mad at that. You can peg it right here if you want. I don't know, for some reason on the side it looks less useful. This looks kind of useful. if you were in battle. Again, I'm not too keen on guns on top of vehicles. I like the way this looks better than any way, but defeats the purpose of robots in disguise. But I guess the Autobot symbol defeats it too. All right, so thanks for watching, and I will get up with you in another one. Peace.
You know, life ain't no, life ain't no, life ain't no. As long as you alive, you can give another try and take it real high if you want.